Achieving an aesthetic physique is very simple, and in this video I will walk you through a step-by-step framework I've created after I have achieved the aesthetic physique. Women I date literally tell me I look like a fitness model, and in this video I will tell you exactly how I've managed to build this physique. I will keep the sauce to the end, what makes everything easier, but the first step is identification. It's not what you do, but about where you are. It is realizing what's your current scenario with brutal honesty, because a lot of people will lie to themselves here. A lot of people will look at themselves in the mirror. They will be fat and they will tell themselves they are not. They will be skinny, they will tell themselves they are not. If you are currently not jacked, then you are something else. And the sooner and faster you come to terms with what that something else, the better everything becomes. You have to realize one thing. If you will lie to yourself about where you are right now, nothing good will come out of it. You will not be able to improve, you will not take the right steps, and you will just stay stuck. If you want to actually succeed, not stay stuck, you need to take the right steps, and you take them by first identifying where you are currently are. And then there is a second step, and it is to either bulk or cut. If you're skinny, you bulk. If you're fat, you cut. That's it. That's the second step. That's all it takes. For both scenarios, you apply this principle. You start easy and you slowly get better. So for the first 2 months of cutting, you will cut very slowly. A very slow cut which will not require from you to sacrifice a lot of food. You just eat slightly less. But then you make it a bit harder, 10% less food. And then you start to see real progress. So we start by implementing the habit of the new phase, cutting or bulking, depends on where your position is, and then we slowly make it harder so you actually see amazing results. And then there is a third step. The third step is once you have achieved the end of this phase, if you have been bulking, you've put on a lot of size and your abs start to blur out. If you have been cutting, then you have visible abs. It's time to take the next step, to do the opposite. So now that you have finished your cut, it's time to bulk. You do the bulk slowly, very slow. You do the cut afterwards if you have been bulking, slightly faster than the bulk, but you now get rid of all of the fat you have gained. And then there is the fourth step, and it is to achieve the aesthetic physique. Because if you have been taking the 3 steps until now correctly, the only natural thing that will happen is that you will build muscle. Now, training, this is the 5th step, but before I go over how you train, I just want you to realize one thing. If you don't see the results I literally promise to you to get the aesthetic physique, or as aesthetic as your physique allows you to get, because some people just have narrow clavicles and narrow structure and they can compensate for it but never get rid of it, it's time to take another step, and it is to maintain. A lot of people fail here. They get to the maintenance phase, and guess what they do? They fuck up their progress. They eat like pigs. They don't maintain their progress they've made, and they don't maintain, and they look absolutely bad after a few months of getting the fucking aesthetic physique. Here, you just maintain. You just go, keep this lifestyle going. Maybe eat slightly more junk, you integrate into a normal, regular lifestyle, but you make sure your calorie amount, your daily calorie amount and protein amount are good, so you won't lose the progress. And then there is a 5th step, which is about how you train. How do you train during those phases? It boils down to one word, and it is harmony. You want to train each and every muscle in your physique. The muscles that grow less, let's say your biceps are a weak point, mine are relative to my triceps. You just train them a bit more and you train the triceps a bit less, the opposite muscle that is stronger. So you start by doing everything for the same amount of sets. You get bigger in all of those muscles. You see which muscles grow more and which grow less, and you start to train those who grew less a bit more, and you train those who grew more a bit less. And that's basically it. Bye.